was in a hotel.
Niggas
His
was
dad
touching
freaky.
minors.
Oh, hell no.
His dad was freaky.
Say it ain't so. It's looking like Marley B3's on no jumper, basically saying EBK Jaaybo's dad was touching on a minor. Now, I don't like speaking on a dad just because they can't defend themselves, and I am cool with a lot of EBK dudes, and I know Rari's their uncle. He done taught a lot of them how to rap, so I try not to go ahead and bash bro or put any bad name on him. Rest in peace, Rari. But since, Rari is gone, I can't get to the main source and be like, hey, yo, what's up with this case? Now, Rari did do an interview where he breaks down this whole situation. Mind you, he was 15 when this whole thing occurred, and he was not involved. And what I mean by that, I'm going to roll the clips. Y'all let me know how you feel about this in the comment section below.
Time I ever got into some trouble, we was all chilling. At this time, I was talking to an older girl, that was older than me. I was like 15 at the time. She was like 18. Yeah, I don't know how old she was. She was older. She was too old to be talking to me. One night, my cousins come over. They asked me, I invite, some females over that I knew, some older chicks, because they were older. They was all in their 20s. So I invite them all over. We all over there chilling. They smoking and everything going cool, you feel me? So one of the chicks, though, I've been knowing her because me and her kind of had our little dealings, which was my girlfriend at the time's friend. So, we all chilling at the house, and we end up messing around, and she ended up messing around with two of my other partners, too. Everything was cool. My girl at the time, she kind of get upset that her friend is in my room, you feel me? So I'm just like, she didn't know that me and her messed around, though. But she mad at the fact that she in my room, so she get mad. She leave. She her.
Knew.
Yeah, she
knew.
Yeah, so she leave her there with me and my cousins. Long story short, the next day I get a knock on my door. Some lady, I don't even know who she is. She knock on my door. She asked me like, could I open the door? Because I'm talking to her through the screen, so she couldn't see me. So she was like, can I open the door? So when I opened the door, she just asked me what my name was. I told her my name is James. So she was like, she knew I was young, so she just talking to me because I'm like, I just had turned 15. So she's just talking to me like, she asked me did I know who this girl was. And I'm like, yeah, I know who she is. When she said her name. And I'm like, yeah, I know who she is. She was over here last night. So she was like, can you tell me, do you know, she asked me my cousin's names. Yeah, I know them. They're my cousins. She was like, my daughter was raped over here last night. And I'm like, your daughter wasn't raped over here last night.
So this is your girlfriend's friend, right?
Yeah, my girlfriend's friend's mom is at the door talking about my daughter was raped over here last night. I'm like, no, she wasn't raped. So she asked me how I knew. I said, because I was here. So she tell me, to tell her the story. So I tell her the whole story from the time that they got there and the whole argument between me and my girlfriend about, her laying across the bed, everything. Only part that I leave out initially was the fact that me and her had messed around too. I never told her that in the beginning. I just told her, she messed with my cousins, but they didn't rape her or nothing. And, she kept she was getting upset because she figured if I wasn't in the room, how would I know what they didn't do? I was just like, because I know her. She comes over here all the time. This ain't the first time that she done did this. This is what she do all the time. So her mom is just really getting upset with me, like, you don't know what they were doing if you wasn't in the room with them. So I had to just come out and admit that, look, I messed with her too last night, and I know I didn't rape her because I didn't mess with her before. I know I didn't. So she get all upset, oh, I know you raped my daughter because she wouldn't do that. So she ended up leaving and calling the police again a second time, and that's when they came and picked me up. So initially, the girl never mentioned my name at first, She never mentioned my name in the first time that the police came. They called the police already. I guess they had already called the police when the mom came to my house.
Right.
So she never mentioned me until I mentioned myself. So when the mom called the police the second time and they came and questioned me, I told the police the same story again about what happened. This time I just told them, I messed with her. This is what happened. So they arrest me and they ask me, they tell me, well, we'll let you go if you can find your older cousins and basically say that.
Yeah, older cousin. Because at the time you were 15, right?
Yeah, so they were like 20 something. They were like, if you find them, you'll let you go if they say, but really they wasn't gonna let me go. They just wanted to get us all.
Right.
And they was like, I'm not finna snitch on my cousins because I really feel like they didn't do nothing. Like, why am I go to court and say, yeah, I know they raped her when I know they didn't. She didn't get raped. They just, I don't know what they would call that, or they just dropped it to that. They dropped it from a rape to a sexual battery, and they said if all three of you guys take the deal, you will give you the deal, which I would only have to do like 90 days and get out, and I would have to register. But at the time as a kid, I didn't understand what having to register meant. I never knew. Like, I just want to get out. I don't care what I got to do, I'm fresh out of juvenile hall. I'm dating this girl. She 14.
Okay, now after hearing that, how do y'all feel about the whole Jaaybo's dad situation? Because it's looking like he said the girl was a hoe, she fucked both of his cousins, and he knows that bitch was known a hoe, and the mom was questioning him, hey, my daughter did this, and he was like, hey, I was with your daughter too. And the mom was like, what? So she couldn't take the fact that her daughter was a known hoe. And so she basically, when she went and snitched, she went ahead and did all three of the names, because originally the girl did not mention Jaaybo's dad. She only mentioned the two cousins, not EBK Jaaybo's dad, which is Rari. She only mentioned the two cousins, but since Jaaybo's dad knew that they didn't rape her and know that she was a hoe, he said, oh, I was with her too, just to make sure his cousin was on the safe side. Like, yeah, she's a no hoe. Like, what are you talking about? Basically, he got himself in the mix because of the mom. Now, Marley B3 kept saying Jaaybo's dad was a freaky ass. With Adam 22, Adam asked him, and boom, that's the reason why I'm even talking about this situation, just because Marley B had put this on No Jumper, and No Jumper had posted the clip. So, only reason why, I don't mean any disrespect talking about Rari, anyone that has family to him. I'm not shedding a bad light on Rari. And Rari did speak about it on a late interview. So if you're new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, and we're going to keep you updated with the latest news, y'all.